and for the future of slavery in the United States. The Fugitive Slave Act deputized all U.S. citizens to assist slave catchers on the hunt for self-emancipated men and women, and it denied African Americans accused of being slaves the ability to contest their legal status in court. An expansion of the federal government's commitment to protecting Southern enslavers' human property, the Fugitive Slave Act put self-emancipated people in more danger than ever, and it escalated the threat that free black Northerners might be kidnapped and sold illegally into Southern bondage. Like thousands of other black Northerners, Shad decided to leave for Canada, where she knew that she would be safe from the predations of American enslavers, and that British laws would not discriminate based on the color of her skin. Once across the U.S.-Canada border, Shad proudly claimed an identity as a British subject and encouraged others to do the same. Yet from her new home, she still continued her tireless work as an activist against slavery in the United States. Like many free middle-class Northerners, she espoused the idea of racial uplift, the belief that African Americans' material and moral progress would diminish white racism and raise the social and political standing of African Americans in the United States. She believed, therefore, that African Americans needed opportunities to demonstrate their capacity to be free and equal members of society, and that they could do so only as British subjects. In Upper Canada, Shad became a prominent newspaper editor, the first African American woman to do so, and used her fiery editorials to advocate for the abolition of American slavery and for the political advantages of black immigration away from the United States. She frequently compared her new home in Canada with other places where slavery had been outlawed, in order to assess where African Americans could live most comfortably and fight American slavery most effectively. Weighing Canada against the British West Indies, Liberia, Haiti, Mexico, and South America, Shad encouraged African Americans to join her in Upper Canada because it guaranteed them impartial freedom, meaning that they would be equal in the eyes of the law and accorded all the rights of British subjects. She believed that this distinction made the British province the only ground on which African Americans can make despots feel the force of their words and actions, and a place from which activists could exert a reflex influence upon slavery in the United States. In other words, Shad saw Upper Canada as far more than just an escape hatch from the United States in the wake of the Fugitive Slave Act. She saw it as a model for what it looked like when a powerful government was willing to guarantee the legal equality of all residents, and she saw it as a secure base camp from which black men and women could pursue socio-political change in the United States. Mary Ann Shad's anti-slavery immigrationism and Madison Washington's dramatic transnational odyssey from slavery to freedom illustrate the significance of international free soil within the American anti-slavery movement of the 19th century. Beginning in the late 18th century, diverse anti-slavery efforts transformed Haiti, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Upper Canada, Mexico, some newly independent South American nations, Great Britain, and the British West Indies, into places where anti-slave trade legislation and emancipation laws either immediately or gradually freed enslaved populations. These locations became international free soil havens, places with the potential to free and protect self-emancipated men and women and offer equal standing for free African American immigrants. Weaving together themes of black mobility, information circulation, jurisdictional dispute, and transnational abolitionism, this book investigates the individual and collective influence that these international free soil havens had on the American anti-slavery movement over the 50-year period between 1813 and 1863. Their influence was profound, variable, and complex. Over time, international free soil havens developed into practical models of black freedom, offered concrete destinations where free and self-emancipated people could anticipate legal protection and equal standing, and became potent symbols of liberty in the fight against American slavery. Not only did they provide enslaved men and women, free people of color, and black and white anti-slavery advocates alternative possibilities to slavery and racism in the United States, they helped Americans develop and articulate ideas about national character, who belonged and under what conditions.